Yesterday morning, Aptos mainnet went live. There has been a tremendous amount of hype around this project. People want it to fail. People want it to succeed. Guys, there has been a lot of FUD and mixed sentiment around this ecosystem. So today we're going to dive into Aptos. What is Aptos? What is the Move smart contract language? Is this a Solana killer? And why you need to care? My name is Chasse, guys. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Let's get into Aptos and more specifically the Move ecosystem. So a quick background. Aptos mainnet just went live. And you can see from this, it is a very, very robust ecosystem. Many people are moving over here. Now, a lot of times we see this in crypto. We see developers and entrepreneurs go to whatever the new shiny thing is to create something to ride the wave of hype. So in this video, we're going to figure out, is it worth paying attention to? Because you do not want to fight the narratives in the crypto market. However, this is a different beast altogether. So first, let me give you a background of where Aptos came from. So we all know Facebook, Meta, right? And Meta wanted to create the world's largest stablecoin. We all remember this story. It was Libra, it was shut down by the government, and then it was DM, it was shut down by the government. And then the teams that were creating the technology left Meta and started two different companies, one called Mistin Labs, and the blockchain is called Sui, and the other team went off and did Aptos Labs, which is Aptos. Both of them went on to raise combined about $600 million, very well funded by all the top tier crypto VCs in the world and a lot of legacy VCs as well. There is a lot of money in this ecosystem. Let me just tell you how much. So Facebook themselves put over $1 billion in R&D because the idea was, if we are going to become the world's largest stablecoin, we have to make sure that we are secure. Now, Solidity as a smart contract language has a lot of problems. In fact, there's 37 known vulnerabilities within the Solidity smart contract language. So the Facebook engineers essentially decided that we need to create a new language that is blockchain and digital asset specific language. This is what created Move. And for me, what I'm very excited to see, even more than Aptos itself, is how the Move ecosystem evolves. Now, let's go back to Aptos because that's what we're talking about today. Let me know in the comments below if you would like a deep dive into Aptos because I think it is definitely worth a deep dive. But I wanted to make this video today quickly because it just launched and it's about to start trading and you guys need to know what to expect. Now, you need to pay attention to things like the unlock schedules. So there is a significant amount of tokens that are held by the team and by private investors. However, those tokens are locked for the first 12 months from mainnet. So 12 months from today, those tokens will start to unlock. Now, if you are smart, not financial advice, what I will be doing is I will be setting a reminder in my calendar in about 11 and a half months from now to assess and see where is this ecosystem. But you know that there was so much money, right? I think Aptos itself raised over $300 million and these venture capitalists are going to want to take profits when they can. So in 12 months from now, there's going to be unlocks. Team and private sale investors. It's something that you need to pay attention to for sure. So make sure that you assess. I will try to make a video before that unlock happens in 11 months from now and let you guys know what I'm planning on doing at that time. Now, I want to address some FUD that was happening today when I woke up about the Aptos mainnet launch. If you go into the Aptos Network Explorer, you will see that it's currently processing four transactions per second when Aptos promises to do over 100,000 transactions per second. Now, why is this happening? That's slower than Bitcoin. Well, it's because there's just no activity on the network yet. This isn't saying what the maximum throughput is. It's saying what it's currently processing on average. And this is mostly just the devs getting the mainnet up and ready to go. So even though people are saying this is only doing 4 transactions per second, this is a failure, it's not. You have to pay attention to what's going on. This is essentially planned. We will start to see it scale up as more of these dApp developers start to actually deploy their contracts into Aptos. So this is a really interesting ecosystem. And for me, it is really going to be a gauge of the markets ahead. If Aptos ecosystem, the dApps that are built on it can break the laws of physics of a bear market and do multiple X's upon launch, I think that we might be seeing a shorter bear market than I initially expected. However, if we don't see the kind of capital injection and the kind of returns that people might expect from seeing all the ecosystem launches, the new launch pads, the DEXs, the DeFi protocols, the games, the NFT things, if we don't see these things really taking off, there's not an immense amount of excitement behind this ecosystem, you just know that there's not retail buy pressure or even institution buy pressure in the market right now. And that'll give us a very good sign of where we're at in the market. What is my position on Aptos? Right now, it's wait and see. We don't know. They promise a lot of amazing things. In another video, I'll get into the Move smart contract language, the Move virtual machine, and why I think that is amazing. But as far as the Aptos underlying blockchain infrastructure, it promises parallelization. That means parallelized transactions. That's like a Apple M1 chip doing parallel computation at the same time. That is what Solana has tried to do and is having a lot of problems with. If you look at the Mazzari report, a lot of Solana transactions are failing. Some reports in Solana saying as over 40% of transactions on the Solana fail. This is because they're trying to parallel process. I am very excited to see what happens with Aptos and its cousin Sui, or however you want to call it, right? They're unrelated, two separate teams. They both promise to solve the scalability issue of blockchain. And engineers are skeptical, and they have the right to be, because how can you know the state of a network when, for example, one wallet sends funds to two addresses that are dependent on the outcome of that result, that you need a single threaded transaction to happen to understand the state of the network. So this whole parallelization thing is something that will be very interesting to watch, and I will keep you updated on my hypothesis and thesis of Aptos moving forward. But for me, I think the real interest here was innovation created by Facebook, the Move smart contract language, and I will make more videos about the Move language specifically. So guys, is this the Solana killer? Well, Solana's in trouble. In fact, a lot of developers and a lot of the team, the CMO from Solana went to Aptos. A lot of developers went from Solana to Aptos because Solana wasn't working as it promised. Do I think Solana might make it one day? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not incredibly bullish on that narrative, to be honest. And I think the incredible amount of talent density within Aptos is outstanding. It's incredible, the type of engineers and the money they have behind this. So this could be a pivotal moment in blockchain history where we start to see the blockchain trilemma actually manifesting into something that's feasible, but yet is experimental. On testnet, everything has been working flawlessly, but it always does, because that's like operating in the vacuum of a space where there's no real world friction to get in the way. But today we see what happens, and in the weeks ahead, we will see what happens. Will Aptos be able to parallel process while maintaining security and decentralization? This is an experiment that I'm incredibly interested to see how it plays out. Guys, make sure that you're subscribed to follow the journey as I follow closely the path of Aptos and Sui and give you guys my opinion as our developers are looking into it. We're doing all the research and we're paying close attention to the ecosystem specifically, because from an investment perspective, we weren't able to get into the private sales, but we're going to be watching that ecosystem very closely. Do we think that the launch pads, DeFi platforms, games, NFTs, do we think these things will explode like Solana season did? Guys, let me know in the comments below if you think that we're going to see another Solana season, but this time it will be Aptos season where it just dominates the narrative of the market.